Odie Logue Sports Info here, back with another vid for you guys. Yeah, y'all, hit that subscribe, like, bell icon so y'all can be notified of this reel because y'all know Odie Logue keeps it real. Yeah, you guys, when y'all come in the building, hit that like button, hit that like button. Put me in the algorithm, like these other big channels, because I speak the real on this one, on this channel, right? No narratives, no, I show you proof about the stuff I'm talking about, right? So let's get into this. Right? So everybody, right? Everybody, like this is going to be, like a pretty short one, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever. But everybody is talking about, yeah, that was right for the stoppage, right? Oh, but Ugas' eye was so swole, right? Salute 913 boxer, right? Oh, his eye was so swole. Oh, they were supposed to stop the fight, right? Oh, they were supposed to do that. No, I've been telling people they have to get this man a stoppage by any means necessary. And they seen that he wasn't going to knock out Udanis Ugas. They seen that wasn't possible, right? They was in the 10th round. It wasn't possible. Earl Spence Jr. doesn't have the same pop on his punches in the 10th round that he has, in the earlier rounds. He just doesn't, right? He's not a Terrence Bud Crawford who can knock you out from the first round to the 12th, right? Because Crawford has proven this, right? When he knocked out Benavidez with 20 seconds left in the 12th round. And that's a fact. But I'm about to show you guys pictures of boxers, right? Of boxers who finished the fight and they either had a bad cut or their eyes was literally swollen shut. But they still was able to finish the fight, right? Now, Udanis Ugas, he had one eye was shut, right? But he still had his other eye. He could still see, right? And he was begging them not to stop the fight. Begging these people not to stop the fight, right? So let's share this. Let's share the first picture, right? I'm about to show y'all Berto, Andre Berto when he fought Guerrero, right? Let's show Andre Berto when he fought Guerrero. And they fought 12 rounds, right? They fought all the rounds. The referee didn't jump in, didn't stop shit, didn't do none of that. And I want y'all to see, look at Berto, right? Let's see Berto. Huh? Huh? Let's look at Berto. Let's look at Andre Berto. Do y'all see this man's face? Do y'all see how this man's eyes are shut? He can't see shit. But he still was able to finish the fight. This man was still able to finish the fight, right? What up, brother? School of Skills. I don't know what you say now. Something seems fishy with Ugas. He just stopped working after the 5th or 6th round. It's like he quit. Bro, like, something going on. Like, like we can see the writing on the wall, bro. You feel what I'm saying? But I just want to prove that other boxers was able to finish fights and their eyes were worse. Right? Their eyes were worse than Udanis Ugas, but they was able to finish. Why would you stop the fight for Udanis Ugas when he still got one good eye? Look at Berto. He don't got no good eyes. None. But he was still able to finish. Right? He was still able to go on and continue and go through the whole fight, right? Looking like this. Looking like this. This is why I've been told y'all they want a stoppage by Earl Spence Jr. any way possible, right? All right, stop that one. Let's go to the next person, right? And we all remember this fight, right? Because this fight was, like kind of recently, right? We all remember this fight. Let's see this guy. Huh? Let's see this guy. Oh my God. No, his eye isn't closed, but do you see that gash over Tyson Fury's eye? Oh my God. Do you see that gash over Tyson Fury's eye? And Tyson Fury, this gash happened early in the fight. Very early in the fight. And he was able to finish. Right? Yeah, no, he was able to go 12 rounds with Otto Wallin. The referee didn't stop the fight. The referee didn't. I mean, come on, bro. The writing is on the wall. What they needed to do. Right? Exactly. Like Spence needed a stoppage to launch the Bud fight. But I still don't think he's going to fight Bud, 913 boxer. I still think he's going to fight. I still don't think he's going to fight Bud because I don't see Al Heyman giving up Texas for Omaha. I just don't see that happening. It's too much of a risk. Earl Spence Jr. got buzzed by a guy who has 12 knockouts. I mean, Earl Spence got buzzed by a guy who has 12 knockouts. And he got buzzed to the body and head. At least 3 times. And Terrence Crawford got more knockouts than Earl Spence Jr. got fights. Yeah, but Spence is a shell of who he once was. Yeah, bro, like he was way more vicious back in the days, but now it's like, I don't know. I don't know what's up with Earl. Yeah, like, a lot of people, they said that it was impressive, but when you already knew what was going to happen in the fight, it wasn't impressive to people like us. You feel what I'm saying? Because we already knew he was going to win. We already knew that the fix was in for Eubanks Ugas, so it's not that impressive to me. I wanted to see him, right? Like, it would have been impressive if he would have cold knocked out Eubanks Ugas. Now, that's impressive. Right? Because Eubanks Ugas, he has never been not completely out. Now, if he was able to do that against Eubanks Ugas, I would have said, hell yeah, he's impressive. Right? But going up in there beating up a walking punching bag, that's not punching back. That's not spectacular to me. And then people, then they want to say, oh, like the stoppage was right, mainly because Eubanks Ugas, his eye was so swole. Well, look at Tyson Fury's eye. Right? Look at that gash. That fight should have been stopped. Was it stopped? No. No, because Tyson Fury, he still wanted to go on, right? Now look at Berto. Was this fight stopped? No. He was able to go on and finish the fight. It was only 2 more rounds left for Eubanks Ugas. It was only 2 more rounds left. Spence tired, he tired. Spence was tired, and he was tired. So he couldn't survive so he couldn't survive 2 more rounds? He couldn't survive a round and a half? 2 rounds? That's what y'all telling me? He couldn't survive 2 rounds. With that eye, he couldn't survive. Yes, he could. Yeah, he could have survived. They just wanted to get Spence a stoppage by any means necessary. Right? Now, let me go back to a picture. Let me go back to the picture with him and Pacquiao. Right? Now, watch him after the Pacquiao fight. All right, now watch Eubanks Ugas after the Pacquiao fight. All right, now watch his face. Okay, now look at his eye. Okay, now we gonna show his eye. We gonna show all that. Watch. If I could find that picture again. What that picture just called? I just had the damn picture. I just had the picture. Man, because I want to see his. Man, because I want y'all to look at his eye after the Pacquiao fight and tell me, was his eye swollen up and closed? Right? Because his eye was, it wasn't completely closed like, like the Earl Spence Jr. situation, but it was closed. See, and that's why I was telling people that Udanis Ugas swells up a lot. He's a sweller. He swells up. What the hell is that picture? What is it? Fight Hype? I think it was on Fight Hype. Hold on, you guys. You guys can chop it up. Here we go. Okay, now watch this. Watch. Okay, now watch this. Watch. Okay, now look at his eye after the Pacquiao fight. Right? And he talking about it. Look at his eye. Look at him. He swells up. He's a sweat. This is just what happens to Udanis Ugas in fights. He swells up. Look at his eye over here on this side. Come on. Look. This is just what happens to this man. But you got to find, man, when you want to find a way to stop a fight, you can find a way to stop a fight. Right? But Ugas sent him to the second row if it wasn't for the ropes. The ref made it standing. Exactly, bro. But what you say, but Crawford? Oh yeah, man, he gonna stop him. Should I say about the 8th round, 7th, 8th round? Most definitely see an opening that Bud would take advantage of. Ugas is cool, but he's not a world beater. Every fighter has one great fight, and his fight was against Pacquiao. Yeah, bro, but we got to understand that he's known for fighting southpaws, and y'all got to really understand too that Udanis Ugas was sparring a southpaw. Yes, y'all forgot that. Y'all forgot when that whole thing was going on, Udanis Ugas was sparring a southpaw. So why was he sparring a southpaw? Because they already knew that they was gonna snatch out Earl Spence Jr. Right? And they was gonna replace him. So he was practicing for Manny Pacquiao. Pacquiao wasn't practicing for him. Why? Because Pacquiao was because he was fighting southpaws. Trying to practice for Earl Spence Jr. because he's a southpaw. Ugas is an orthodox fighter. Two different, stances. And he's a counterpuncher. Spence ain't a counterpuncher. So you snatch out Earl Spence Jr. a week before the fight. You replace him with Udanis Ugas because you're trying to build up this, you're trying to build up something. Right? Y'all have to remember that Udanis Ugas was about to fight Stanionis. He was about to fight Stanionis. They pulled him out of that fight. Right? They pulled him out of that fight to fight Pacquiao. Right? To fight Pacquiao. Then he was supposed to fight Stanionis again, and they paid Stanionis step-aside money. Come on. Right now, he was supposed to fight Stanionis the first time. They pulled him out of the fight. Bam, they put him in a fight with Pacquiao. Right? After he beat Pacquiao, he was supposed to fight Stanionis again. But they paid Stanionis step-aside money to get him to fight Spence. Right when Spence said out his mouth, I don't want tune-ups, and Terrence Crawford was right there for him to fight. This is why I don't think the fight gonna happen, because he was right there for for him to fight. But they paid step aside money for Eubanks Ugas to come fight him. So if they really wanted to fight, if he really didn't know the tune-up, they would have fought Terrence Crawford, bro. Simple. Oh yeah, bro, man. No, he probably gonna break his orbital bone or something like that. Like I think that Crawford gonna hurt him real bad. Man, but yeah, bro. We got to think about that. Like y'all got to, man, we got to think about the whole scenario, the whole how this shit all played out, how it all played out. And timing, I keep on telling y'all, timing is everything. Timing is everything, man. It's everything. Right? It's everything. And they knew that this is Pacquiao's last fight with the PBC. This is his last fight with the PBC. His last. Right? If Earl Spence Jr. beat him, right, it's still going to have, Eubanks Ugas right there, but that fight ain't going to be, really credible. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Because Eubanks Ugas haven't beat nobody at that point. Right? He haven't beat nobody at that point. So how do you build up Eubanks Ugas? You put him in a fight with Pacquiao, and you let him get some kind of reputation off of Pacquiao. Right? You let him get some kind of reputation off of Pacquiao. Then once he get that reputation off of Pacquiao, you can sell the fight with him and Earl Spence Jr. Simple. Spence, he looked impressive to you, bro? I don't know. Man, like if you hit it, man, like he was hitting this man with everything under the kitchen sink and he couldn't get him out of there. So I don't know. He was hitting this man with everything under the kitchen sink and he couldn't get him out of there. Oh, yeah, like we already know that. Like Crawford is going to give him lateral movement. Crawford is going to give him check hooks. That's one thing that Eubanks Ugas was not throwing in. If he would have threw in some check hooks and uppercuts, he would have been fucking Earl up. Why? Because Earl was coming in with his head down. All he had to do is take 1-2 steps back and throw an uppercut. 1-2 steps back, throw a check hook. That's it. That's all. Don't be a damn mummy. Stand in front of this man. This is why a lot of people, in the boxing community, they thinking that this shit was fixed. Because it's like this man is standing in front of him like a mummy. Just taking shots. Like shelling up. It's like, bro. Shelling up. Exactly, man. Now, he was average to me, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I expected him to win. But it would have been more impressive to me if he would have if he would have cold knocked out Eubanks Ugas, I would have been like, yeah, okay. All right, now that's Earl. You feel what I'm saying? But he threw everything at this man. Man, now this dude was going from the body to uppercuts to right hook, left hook, body, jab, right. He was throwing everything. And didn't wobble him like Abel Ramos? Huh? And didn't wobble him like Abel Ramos? Right? Because if y'all seen the Abel Ramos fight, he made that man do the, man, like if it was another shit like 30 seconds, he probably would have knocked out Eubanks Ugas. Right? Because he had that man wiggling. I didn't see him wiggle in that Spence fight. I seen Spence bounce off the damn ropes. That's what I did see. Right? But the Spence fanboys, right? Like when Terrence Crawford, when he had the little, like the little thing with like when he got but when he got clipped by Mean Machine. Oh yeah, he got jumped. He got jumped. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But Spence bounced off the ropes. I mean, literally bounced off the goddamn ropes. If the ropes was a foot further, this man would have slid through the goddamn middle of the second rope. Looking for his mouthpiece, making rookie mistakes. And this man has been boxing for what? 10 years? A decade. This man been boxing for a decade, and he's making mistakes like that. And like I showed y'all earlier, when Udanis Ugas was throwing that right hand, he was landing that motherfucker. He just stopped throwing it. And I don't know why. Right? Because with the sequence, when he knocked out the mouthpiece, he threw a straight left, a straight right that knocked Earl Spence back. He came forward, he parried a couple of his shots, he threw a right hook that hit him, and then he threw a right uppercut that knocked out the mouthpiece. And then when Earl Spence Jr. looking around, he threw a two-piece, boom, boom, and knocked him off the ropes. But the Earl Spence Jr. fanboys, they didn't see none of that. Right, but I bet you if it was Terrence Bud Crawford, oh man, he got bounced off the ropes, man. Terrence Crawford, man, he got this, he got that. Oh, Terrence Crawford, man, he chinny. Oh, Terrence Crawford, chinny. What the hell do you call Errol Spence Jr., who got clipped with an uppercut and spit out his mouthpiece? Yeah, because he got caught with an uppercut and spit it out. And then turn his head away and looking for the referee to jump in. Then Udanis Ugas, he just standing there. He just literally just standing there just looking at this man, right? But I want to show y'all again other fighters that was able to finish fights fucked up. Worse than Udanis Ugas. So I don't want to hear that bullshit about, oh man, that the stoppage was, that the stoppage was right, man. He was taking a lot of punishment. Shit, they only had 2 more rounds. Okay, now look at Berto. So Berto, he wasn't taking punishment from Guerrero? Huh? So Berto wasn't taking punishment from Guerrero, but he was able to win to finish the whole fight. This went to a decision. Guerrero won by unanimous decision. He won by unanimous decision. He was able to finish the fight. Both of his eyes closed. Not one like Udanis Ugas, both. Man, so I don't want to hear none of that. None of that bullshit, man. People like they just got selective shit. When it come down to boxing, bro, I see that it's very selective. Man, you feel what I'm saying? And the ref didn't give a standing 8 count, but he stopped the fight to get his mouthpiece. Exactly, bro. But that's on Udanis Ugas, though, School of Skills. That's on Udanis Ugas, because Udanis Ugas was supposed to keep attacking this man so it wouldn't have been so it won't be a break in the action for the referee to go and get no mouthpiece. Right? Right, man. And then we seen Earl Spence Jr., he did his low blow tactics. The referee warned him, I think 3 times. Didn't take a point, but he warned him. Right? It's like, come on, bro. Man, but but hold on, you guys. This dude playing this music. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah, man. Now, he didn't give him no standing 8 count. And that should have been the right thing to do. You give him a standing 8 count. You pick up his mouth. Well, you give him a standing 8 count, right? Okay, after that, you pick up his mouthpiece, then you go and get it washed off, then you put it back in his mouth. You feel what I'm saying? You ready? Okay, let's go. But you just don't just ignore that this man then bounced off the fucking ropes after getting punched. So you just ignore that, right? That's how you know that the fix was in. They will make the Bud fight next, and why? Nah, bro, like I don't think they will make it. 913. Don't you know why? What? Because it's like Spence is gonna do something else. I think Spence is gonna take on Stantionis or somebody like that. He gonna do some Keith. He gonna take on somebody else. Cause I don't see like Earl has to prove me wrong. I'm gonna say it like that. He has to prove me wrong. He has to prove me wrong because he talk a lot. He talk a lot. Right? But when it comes down to Terrence Boyd Crawford, those actions are not the same, as he be talking. Right? Because he said in the first beginning, get a belt and we can fight. Okay, he got a belt, came to you, y'all can fight. Oh no, Al Heyman said I'm gonna fight this person, that person, this person, that person. Oh, did he say me? No. Right. And then the Earl Spence Jr. fanboys, oh man, he going by the plan. He going by his plan. Well, his plan never involved Crawford. Yes, it did. So why didn't he say Crawford when he was backstage? Oh. Make it make sense. It doesn't make sense, bro. Spence got to prove this to me. He got to prove it. He literally got to prove it to me. He got to shut me up. Exactly. Like Spence will lose to Crawford. PBC will lose Texas. That's their simple as that. School of Skills. It's as simple as that, bro. And they do not want to lose Texas. Did you see how them people were hyped up for Earl Spence Jr. last night? You think they want to lose that to a little skinny black dude from Omaha? Y'all actually think they want to lose that Dallas Stadium for Omaha? It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I got it 60-40 if it happens just because he said Bud's name. Yeah, they can do. See, this is how I got it. They can both get the same guarantee, right? They both get the same guarantee, but on the pay-per-view split, yeah, I could give Earl Spence 60-40, 65-35. Okay, like you're gonna get more. I mean, like you're gonna get majority of the pay-per-view money, right? Because you sold more pay-per-views, right? Okay, you sold more pay-per-views. We gonna give you a bigger split on the pay-per-view, but I get more on guarantees, right? Crawford make more on guarantees. So give me what I want on guarantee, and you can make what you want on pay-per-view. Everybody fucking happy, right? Everybody's happy. What's the big deal? Like, why is that so hard to come up with to, negotiate that little simple ass plan? It's not that hard. It's just that Al Heyman doesn't want this guy there. He doesn't, he like, bro, this dude is a risk to my business. If he doesn't sign with me, he's an enemy and he's a risk to my business. Period. He's a risk. Terrence Crawford is a free agent now, right? Just like when he was with Bob Arum. When he was with Bob Arum, that was even, that was kind of better than him being a free agent, right? Because they don't know what he can do now. He's a free agent now. Shit, at least with Bob, they like, okay, well, shit, at least if he take the belts, they going to be on top rank, and we could try to get him back from top rank. But if they fight him now, they don't know where these belts going, they don't know where these belts going to end up at. Right? Because it's most definitely that he going to whoop Spence ass and he going to get all the belts. Lineal, right? He going to have the lineal. He going to be undisputed. He going to have all this shit. And Al Heyman in the PBC in the welterweight division is going to have nothing. Man, but people better raise up and wise up, and you actually think Al Heyman is going to do that. People actually think that Al Heyman is going to give all his belts to Terrence Crawford, who could, right after he do all that, Crawford, he can be undisputed. He can go back to Bob Arum and be like, Bob, I want 10 a fight. And Bob Arum will probably be like, hell, okay. See, you got all the belts now. Okay. Hell yeah. So why Al Heyman ain't gonna risk that? He can go to Matchroom, right? He can go to Eddie Hearn. He can go to Oscar. Terrence Crawford can go anywhere and make fight deals like, hey, bro, like I got all these belts. I want, like whoever want to fight me, man, shit, I want 10. You know what I'm saying? I want 10 for each of my fights, bro. No less than 10. And they gonna have to pay him that, right? If you want a shot at those belts, you got to pay him. Period. Period, point blank. And Al Heyman isn't going to do that at all. Period, point blank. But I just want y'all just to understand that there's other fighters out here that have finished fights with their eyes literally closed. Right? Let's go back to the, right? They even finished fights with gashes the size, right? Like a 5-inch gash over their eye. They was even able to finish that like that. Right? A 4 or 5-inch gash over his eye. Still bleeding. But he was able to finish. Referee didn't stop that fight. Right? But Udanis Ugas got one eye, still in the fight, still throwing, still, like half-ass throwing punches. And they stopped the fight. But you can, you can only blame Udanis Ugas. Really, at the end of the day, right? Because he didn't do what he was supposed to do. He did not do what he was supposed to do. He was supposed to go in there to knock out Spence, and he had the opportunity, and that's the crazy shit about it. He had an opportunity to knock out Spence, and he didn't even take it. Why? Why? Why didn't he take that opportunity to jump on Spence like he jumped on Ray Robinson? Right? Why he didn't take that opportunity to jump on Spence like he jumped on Figueroa? Right? So he's known for jumping on people once they hurt. So why he didn't jump on Spence, a dude who just bounced off the fucking ropes? Hey, I'm just asking a question, But yeah, you guys, I'm gonna leave it right there, man, because I got to go on, I got to go and make some errands, man. I just wanted to just to prove what I'm saying. Let's share this Birdo photo again. Y'all need to screenshot this and and pass this around. That there's other fighters that have finished fights literally fucked up. Worse. Right? Look at this eye right here. Look at this man. Look at this Birdo. He can't see. Look at this. Look at that. But you know what Birdo had? Right? Y'all want to know what Birdo had though? Huh? Y'all want to know what Birdo had on his side? Huh? Al Heyman. Right? Because he's in Al Heyman good graces. Al Heyman. And once you in Al Heyman good graces, they're going to give you the benefit of the doubt on any fucking thing. This is why I've been trying to warn Ugas. Ugas, you a Cuban fighter. They don't care about you, bro. They do not care about the Cuban fighter over there at the PBC. Nowhere in boxing, actually. Right? Nowhere in boxing where they care about the Cuban fighter. And I don't know why. It's some kind of, it's some shit is up with that. Something is up with that. And that's a fact. Something is really up with that. And, if it was a commission, they probably can get to the bottom of it. But it's something really up with, like really with these island fighters, really. Right? Because Berto was from Haiti, right? Haitian. He was Haitian. See, it's something with these island fighters, right? You think about Dillian White. Like Dillian White, yeah, he from the UK, but he got that Jamaican in him. Right? Shit, they got all the Cubans, they get shitted on. But Felix Diaz, he from the Dominican Republic. I haven't seen him in years. So people better really realize that it's something going on against the Cuban fighter and all these other fighters in boxing. Right? Like if you're not American, if you're not Mexican, if you're not Filipino, if you're not, shit like Asian, Japanese or something like that, like you're going to have a very hard time in boxing. Right? You can even be Eastern European and you can get more love than a Cuban. You can even be Eastern European and you can get way more love than a Cuban. Right? Like when Lomachenko came over here, they was pumping. Oh man, but Lomachenko, Lomachenko, he don't. Man, but Rigo was better than Lomachenko. Then the whole thing about that fight, they made Rigo go up 2 weight classes to fight Lomachenko instead of Lomachenko coming down 1 and he going up 1 and they meet in the middle. Right? They could have met at 126. Right? They could have met at 126, but Lomachenko drug him way up to 130. Hey, shit, it is what it is. It is what it is, So that's all I wanted to do, you guys. Just point out that there's other fighters that have finished fights, right, fucked up. So they needed to give Errol Spence Jr. a stoppage by any means necessary just to make him seem like something, right? Then they had the groupies. Wait. Hold the hell on. Now let me go to the groupies, right? With Michael Irvin and this other dude. I'm like, what the fuck is up with these dudes? They want to take pictures with the belts. It's like these dudes, y'all wasn't fucking with Earl. Michael Irvin, go and sit your ass down, bro. Man, how old is you? 50 something? Man, you feel what I'm saying? And you fanboying? And y'all be out here, man, this should be sad, bro. It'd be really sad. Okay, no, but let me show it right fast. Like, I'm pretty sure y'all probably seen it. Well, let me show it. Let me show it, man. Now, this shit, I was laughing. I said, oh, man, look. And then I commented on it, too. I'm like, groupies? All right, this shit is sad, bro. But this is what they do. You feel what I'm saying? But look at Earl compared to them dudes, though. He looked tiny, though. Oh, my God.
I got y'all.
Look at them, though. Groupies, man. This shit. Grown ass men, bro. Like, that should be sad, bro. Oh, man. I could see if it was heavyweights. You feel what I'm saying? Dudes that's kind of their size, But these dudes, man. But Earl, he cool. I guess Earl is cool, man. But let me stop talking. Hell yeah. But EJ is little as hell compared to these guys. He tiny. He tiny compared to these dudes, bro. You feel what I'm saying? So just imagine how little Sean Porter is and Keith Thurman. Like, them guys are tiny. Tiny, man, compared to these, to these 200 plus pound heavyweights and shit like that, So yeah, y'all, but that's all I wanted to just do, man. I just wanted to point out the fact that they had to get a stoppage for Errol Spence Jr. by any means necessary. right? And they just use the eye swelling as an excuse. Yeah, his eye swelling up. Yeah, yeah. Now we can stop the fight that way, right? Because Earl ain't gonna knock him out. That's obvious that Earl is not gonna knock him out, right? He's tired. It's the 10th round. He tired. He belly throwing punches. Uga's tired. He's not gonna knock him out. So we have to stop this fight some way. So let's send him over there to the doctor, right? Right, man. Look, because they was punching back and forth when the referee, he just stopped the action and just sent him over there to the doctor. Doctor looked in his eyes. And he called it off. Referee called it off, and then Earl Spence. I said this. Oh man, but the Spence fanboys though, they say that the Terrence Crawford shit was fixed. What? Come on, bro. So the Terrence Crawford shit was fixed, but that wasn't? Yeah, man. I'm just gonna leave it there, you guys. Subscribe to the channel, hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that bell icon. Hit that like so I can get in the algorithm. Y'all already know. I'll be back on a little later on, I'm a little later on. So I'll holler at you guys. Have a good day. Go.